On the edge of real and cyberspace, there's one place you can go, and you found it. Welcome to Knightwise.com, the one and only podcast that tunes tech into your way of life and lets the technology work for you. My name's Knightwise, and for the coming show, I'll be your host on this episode of KWTV Season 3, Episode, I think 5, where we are going to look at ways to protect your iPad. Hey guys and girls, welcome to KWTV. Today from the studio here at Knightwise.com, because quite frankly, outside the weather is not all that good. Wanted to take my camera outside and film there, but because of the wind and the rain, I would have had to wear a lot of protection to make sure that I didn't get wet or blown away, because we actually had a tiny mini tornado here in the neighborhood yesterday, which is for Belgium something that doesn't happen a lot. It wasn't a real tornado, but it looked like a tornado. And sometimes for us Belgians who aren't used to tornadoes, that's quite enough to scare the bejesus out of us. I'll see if I can find some footage online, because speaking of tornadoes and rain, I wanted to talk about protection today. Not protection from tornadoes or protection from rain, but protection for your favorite gadgets. In this case, protection for your iPad. This is one of the iPad 2s that's lying around the house here. And as you can see, it is naked. Absolutely naked. Something that cannot be deemed acceptable. Because quite frankly, if you have a gadget that is this expensive and you just use it without casing or without any form of protection, that's not really smart. Protecting your gadgets is extremely important. You buy your gadgets are expensive, and you want your gadgets to stay safe. That's one thing. 2, when you ever want to sell your gadgets need to be in pristine condition. It doesn't really help if your iPad's all scratched on the back and smudgy and has little ticks and niches or notches off the glass and stuff like that. Keeping this baby pristine while still being able to use it and not bubble wrap it on top of the kitchen table and just look at it for 3 years straight is very important. If you're a geek, you take good care of your gadgets, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about, especially when it comes to protecting this gadget, your iPad. We are going to take a look at the line of Zoogue products that are out there to protect your iPad. Zoogue is almost a one-man operation that made kind of a revolutionary iPad case a couple of years ago called the Zoogue case, and today we are going to take a look at their wider range of products that they use to protect the iPad. So no dilly-dallying around, put your hard hats on, put your safety glasses on, because we're going to dive right into the meat of the matter and review the Zoogue products to protect your iPad. Your iPad. You absolutely love it, it's dear to your heart, it's very important, and it's something that you've paid a lot of money for and want to keep safe. Now, sometimes I do see people who use their iPad like this, without any form of protection, without anything around or above it. I think these people are mad, because a device like this should have good protection. And today we're going to take a look at some of that protection in the form of a range of products that we've received of the Zoogue company. Now, the Zoogue company, if you still remember that, is a company that we worked with a couple of years ago when we presented their first Zoogue case. Why is the Zoogue so dear to our heart? Well, quite frankly, because Zoogue is a very small company. I remember when its founder, Tim, started out just with his one little truck and his little company and his first model for the Zoogue case. Now, we've gotten some review material from them, and we're going to review all of the different products that Zoogue is sending out there to protect your iPad. Now, we're going to start off with this. This is a special Zoogue product, and it's actually very nice if you live in the US. This is actually something for students. You can slide your Zoogue, your iPad, right in here. Make sure it's nice and secure. It has Velcro, so it's nice and protected. And you can actually use this one to protect your Zoogue case inside a binder. Now, I did say that it's really cool if you are in the US. Why is this? We Europeans use 4 clips. You guys only use 3, but just imagine a 3 clip binder here. Work with me. This is not going to fit, of course. But you click them in like this, and then your iPad is actually inside your binder and you can carry it around with you. Pretty interesting product if you ask me, and by the look of my greasy fingers on my iPad, I should have actually cleaned my iPad before doing this. Zoogue binder, pretty cool product. I'll give you the prices and the links at the end. And you know, it's well protected here on the back, has good padding. There's a hole for the camera. And here on the front, the same thing, hole for the button and also a hole for the front-facing camera. So pretty nice. Now, that's all great and dandy if you want to put it inside a binder. But what if you don't want to put it inside a binder? What if, let's for example say that you use the standard iPad case, you know, the standard Apple protection case for your iPad that snaps on just like that. Now, this is really cool. It's well protected, but what it doesn't protect is the back side of your iPad, and that scratches a lot. Now, you don't see that, but still, I think it's a pristine device. It should be protected. Good thing, guys at Zoogue have a little sleeve or protection cover just for that. It's quite flexible, and it has enough holes for the camera, the volume buttons, the power button, and the speaker and the connector. Now, how this fits on is actually quite easy. We remove the original binder here. Let's do that. And then we will just snap this thing on. I slide it in, and as you can see, it snaps around nicely around the edges of my iPad. Now, it does take a little bit of wedging and prodding before you get it over the edge here, and especially the last corner is a hard one, but that's actually pretty important because what it needs to be is it needs to be raised above, as you can see here, the surface of the iPad itself. Now, it does leave ample room for the original connector. All you have to do is slide that on, and your iPad is actually completely protected. All of the sides are actually protected by the material. Very sturdy, very light, keeps your iPad nice and thin. If that's what you want, that's okay, but there's one downside I found with the original iPad cover by Apple. If you want to use it, you know, lying down like this, that's all nice and dandy and it's great for typing. And if you want to prop it up, you can do it like that, and that's also quite nice. But what I found to be really annoying is, first, it's not very stable. I don't like using this one. If it's on a straight surface, it's okay. If it's not, it gets really tricky. But there's only one angle. You cannot give it another angle if you're, for example, have, you know, reflection of light of the sun outside. You can only do it in one way. Enter another Zoogue product that will take care of that. Now, we'll disassemble the original iPad cover here, put that one away, and just take a naked iPad and get started, and enter the Zoogue case. What I like about Zoogue is they give very, very nice packaging to their product. They got a nice logo here on top, the Zoogue lion, and again, this is packed into another one. Now, this is actually for an iPad 2, but it also fits on an iPad 3. This is the Zoogue case. Not cheap. It comes about $40 to $50, but totally worth it. It's a very sturdy material. It's actually kind of a leathery feel, and it has several components. There's, of course, the main lid. Goes open, shuts again. You have a little kickstand here, bottom, and you have this Velcro strap. Now, why do you need this? Well, let's slide the iPad inside and show you. Inside there is this little how-to, and this actually shows you what you can do with the straps. You can very easily mount them around the headrest of your car, but what I really like to use them for is to slide your hand underneath. I'll demonstrate that in a little bit, to hold on to your iPad quite well. At the other end, the little kickstand gives us the option to give all kinds of different angles to mounting our iPad. Now the instructions are very clear, so what we're going to do is take out these gel packages and open it up. Now, what I like about the Zoogue case is the Velcro flap here. This is Velcro. It's connected to the inside of the Zoogue case, so where it really grabs on. We'll just put the guiding foam out here and slide in the iPad. There you go. And we just lock that down just like that. Now, it does add a significant width or thickness to the iPad, but boy, is it protected. This is really sturdy, hard stuff. The Velcro ridges on here have a nice feel, and if you just want to hold it and carry your iPad around, you can just slide your hand under here and carry it like that. If you don't want it to flip open, you can actually, what I always do, turn the straps around and then carry it like that. That way, if I need to and I want a hand free, I can just, hang it from my wrist for a minute and do something with my hands while keeping, while just hanging on to it just like that. Really, really convenient and really sturdy. But this is where the Zoogue case actually starts to shine. When we close this back up and we use the little kickstand, all we need to do is flip the front to the back, use the kickstand and give it any angle we want the iPad to have. So when I want to work in the very low keyboarding mode, I can just do it like that. Or if I want it to be almost vertically, I can also use the kickstand. And what you do have is that the kickstand does not really hold the iPad up, but it does prop the iPad up very, very firmly. This is all pretty well built. You can really, give some force into this. This will not move, this will not lodge, and the iPad is very well protected. The Achilles heel of the Zoogue case is the corner protection. There is no real protection around the corners. The front's protected, the rear's protected, and this is pretty thick, sturdy stuff. I really trust this case to protect my iPad, but when you get a drop, if it drops on the corner, the case will not completely cover the iPad. As you can see, if the case is closed, that's not really a problem. The iPad is well protected, but when you get a drop and this shifts, you see that the iPad is actually not really protected at the edges. So that's the only Achilles piece, the Achilles heel to this beautiful, beautiful case. I love the finishing here. Stitching is a really, really good quality. The fact that the Velcro is on this side, that is actually closed up by the lid, is really good, because I know my iPad cannot fall out, even should I even want it to. What I also like to do when I use it is use this little strap in a variety of combinations. When you're carrying your iPad around and you don't want to drop it, you can also use that strap here on the back to just make sure that you have some wrist coverage. Or what I always do is I carry it like that. I always have an extra protection. Should I release the iPad, there is still a protection that it doesn't fall. It's kind of like suspenders and a safety belt, but really, really convenient. All in all, I really like this case. It's a little sturdy, it's a little bulky, it's a little thicker, but it does keep your iPad safe. Now, even though you can just close this up and close it down and actually have a compact way to carry your iPad around completely protected. I also like to, Sometimes I put some papers underneath here that I don't need to remind, or if I have my cell phone. What I also like to do is just pop my cell phone under there so I don't forget it and carry it around like that. So that's actually quite convenient, but there are some additional products that Zoogue has just released that we're going to review, where we can actually carry around and protect our beloved iPads even more. Now, if you want to protect your iPad inside your Zoogue case even more, we have got a new padded zipper pouch from Zoogue. So we're going to just open that up. What I do like about this product, it's not that expensive, not really, and it's always nicely finished. This is very nice artwork at the back, at the top. You can really feel the texture here. It's really nicely done. So when we slide this open, you get a pouch for the iPad. Now, it's not just any black pouch. What I really like are these little details. The lion on the zipper matches the lion on the case. And just open this up. Take out the paperwork. And there you have it. A nice pouch. And if all goes well, I could be sliding this into my zipper pouch. And it's really nicely protected. It's not something that screams for attention, but the two little lions here on the top do make for a little color on the whole design. The whole thing feels really good, really compact. I can really rest assured that my iPad is protected. I could just chuck it in anywhere. Even without the Zoogue case, it will give good protection to the iPad. Finishing again, very nice. You can see the Zoogue logo on the inside. This is not your regular Hama or Belkin case. This does have a little bit of a nice finish to it. But if you don't want to put that inside your luggage or inside your laptop, in your laptop pouch, you can even go one step further. And that's the Zoogue iPad carrying case. It comes with a little carrying case here at the top. What we're going to do, open it up. Here is the carrying case. Once again, nice finishing, logo here, little lines on the zipper. Comes with a front pouch where you can just put your charger in, and also here on the lining inside, nice logo finishing. And what it basically does is it slides in your iPad, closes it up, and gives you the ability to carry it using these straps. Also, not something that screams attention, that screams, hey, I'm here, steal me, but something that does protect your iPad very well. Now, I know what you're going to say. Well, Knightwise, that's all nice and dandy. If you put these things, if you give them out of the box, you just put them out of the box and you use them and you test them, they look all dandy. But how do they look after 2 years, or almost a year and a half, sorry, of usage? Are the Zoogue products holding up? This is actually the first model of the iPad 2 case that I ordered by Zoogue, and it's about a year and a half old. It's been used daily by Niana, and she uses it everywhere, takes the Zoogue everywhere, takes the iPad everywhere, and always uses the Zoogue case. Now, if we take a look at the case itself, there are absolutely no markings of use really anywhere. I mean, she does handle her iPad with care, but as you can see, there's not a lot of wear and tear. What is a little bit delicate here is this, the elastic bands, because they do stretch a little bit over time. And what you tend to do is actually overlap the Velcro part here and actually put some of the Velcro hooks on the elastic band. And then you get a little bit of fluffiness here because you put them over here. They do tend to stretch out a little, and that is something that shows when you take a look at the edges of the elastic band. But this is after, remember, these little signs of usage are after 1.5 years of daily use. And still the case looks really good. I mean, even on the inside we have a little bit of stitching that has come loose, but not something that is really unraveling here. So that's all really nice. As you can see, there's absolutely no signs of real structural wear and tear on this case. Even the flap that gets constant pressure and constant manipulation is really secure. The Velcro inside is really secure. Just the edges here tend to raffle just a little bit, but that is also something that you can just cut away. There is nothing structurally wrong with this case. So in the end, never mind what Zoogue product you want to use. When we use the original old Zoogue case, this is the new one. As you can see, there are not a lot of differences outside of the logo. Or if you want to give it a try in one of their carrying cases, or just use the protection pouch, they have a line of products that I really like. I really support them because Tim's a good guy, Jen is a good girl, his partner is fantastic, but they also make a line of products that I'm really fond of because they are light, they have a high quality, and we really like them. Personally, I use my Zoogue case on a daily basis. Niana uses her Zoogue case on a daily basis. These are fairly new additions to the collection and to the line of Zoogue products. They're a little bit redundant. I actually don't know if this fits into this. No, they're not really supposed to be used together either separately. So they don't differentiate a lot. They don't offer anything on the market that the market does not have. But when it comes to quality, for the money that you pay for it, the Zoogue products and the Zoogue case especially is surely money well spent. Well, that's all we have time for this week on KWTV, protecting your gadgets, in this case with the line of Zoogue products. Today is June 9th or something. Yeah, let me check. Well, that's a good question. What day is it? Let me see. I'm not really good at days. It's June 8th today, which means the Worldwide Developer Conference is on Monday. And that kind of has a little bit of a news value because Tim Angel, the producer or the maker or the CEO of the Zoogue company, has actually leaked a picture of a new iPad mini back end. So according to Tim from Zoogue, there is going to be a mini iPad on Monday, and he has proof. He has the back case of what appears to be a mini iPad. We don't know if that's true. It might be rumor. By the time you get this, you might be going like, "Ha! Knightwise, you idiot!" Or you might be going, "Knightwise, that was absolutely brilliant. You were right." I don't do rumors. I don't do Apple rumors. I don't like Apple rumors. I think it's just, marketing in disguise. So who knows? But just wanted to pass that little fetty fair, as we say down here in Belgium, this little fact that there might be a Mac Mini, an iPad Mini, according to Tim Angel from Zoogue. So in the end, I like my Zoogue products. They keep my products, they keep my iPad safe, okay? The carry case and the little black thing that you put it in might not be very exciting, but this case surely is. Jana is packing a Zoogue 2 case. I'm packing the plastic back end with the original Apple cover there. So I really like their products. That's all we have time for this week on KWTV. If you want to get in touch with us, you can. Feedback@knightwise.com is the email address. Let me see, twitter.com/Knightwise if you want to follow us on Twitter. You can look for Knightwise on Google+, and facebook.com/KnightwiseCom is where you want to go join the Knightwise.com fan club, if it's called like that, on Facebook. But of course, the beginning and the end of all the Knightwise.com goodness is over at www.knightwise.com, Knightwise.com, where you'll find all our feeds to subscribe to this screencast, a podcast, and everything we do. And we have daily articles, so there's plenty of stuff to go around. I am going to go and enjoy my weekend here, and I'm going to leave you to it, enjoying yours. Let technology work for you, not the other way around. And we'll see you next week. Bye.